Alrighty, Roop, and cuckoo to you, and all my notice now watching out there. We continue on. Hopefully, it just seems like this is the game that doesn't end, even though it's really not that long, and I'm making it so much longer by my commentary, and I know that. So you find that pretending to be someone else is the creepiest thing in the world. I see how it is. I see you. I see you. It's like, yeah, Juliet, maybe not the thing to say to Hannah after you that, yeah. Oh, piss off. That's a low blow. Is it? Is it though? Cause like, I know those things aren't exactly equal, but you are kind of bitching about this thing that I myself don't really understand, and she's calling you out on it. And that's literally her life. And you called her out on it, so it's not a low blow. You're dealing the low blow upon her because you didn't have enough prescience or social awareness to be aware that you, after being told that, you said that. Like, you see, I'm hoping you're gonna get some self-awareness, but I don't really have a lot of hope for this character at this point. Why would she do that? No idea. I just yelled at her and saw her running out. She's probably back home now, I hope. No, I don't. I don't know. I know it looks bad, but maybe you should just, ask her why she did it, and then make an informed decision. Thanks, Hannah. I doubt Julia will listen, but at least there's some voice of somebody. What are you talking about? That would be reasonable. I don't do that. Oh, so you admit you're a toxic shithead. Awesome. Just be a toxic shithead. Just like Torque. You guys should date. Or double date. Or like, you could just be besties and not date. And just be terrible wing men, wing women, wing whatever to each other. And like, she's just like, pfft, like, alright. Like, you don't even deserve a proper. That's it. That's what you get. She loses herself in thought for a moment, visibly torn between whether or not to tell me something. This might just be Ekaterina speaking, but I was thinking about you two and Carthage. Everyone is arguing with her about that name. Some people claim it too much historical baggage. It's a myth. It didn't work. It was still vampires taking advantage of humans. But it's still a beautiful dream. And you two are like the embodiment of it. Ah, shit, that's cutting deep. That's like humans and vampires in the world of darkness. It's possible. It doesn't really happen, but it is possible that it doesn't have to be a toxic relationship. It doesn't have to be a leech thing. There are many examples in the world of darkness where vampires are made better by humans and they have what could be considered a healthy relationship. It's like, yes, you still need them to feed, but you don't kill them because you care about them. You don't take more from them, and it's not just a subservient slave, like they're addicted to you. They're not controlled by you. They choose. And yes, the whole addiction to the kiss is a thing, but you could have a big enough blood pool, I guess, enough. I don't want to call them blood slaves in this example because that's not fitting as a thing. It's like, but you could have, technically you could be some Toreador or social butterfly that doesn't even use any of their abilities. It's just people actually like them because they aren't a toxic shithead. and want that, but are addicted to it. No one ever has to lose so much blood that they're ever in risk of being unhealthy or dying. And there's enough, and they can share and share alike. And it's like there's not the risk of addiction to the kiss. They're not bloodbound, and they're not ghouls. They're just willing participants. They're not paid. They just like it, but aren't addicted. That's an option. That's a thing. It just doesn't happen often. And in times in Vampire Society and Kindred Society K-Night times, there have been times where things were in a way that might have worked. It could happen. It's just vampires are selfish, toxic shitheads, and not always. It's up to the person, but there are examples where they don't have to be that way. You mean that apocryphal story where Carthage was not destroyed because Romans were greedy for land, but because kindred and kind coexisted there in harmony? That's a pretty deep cut, you know. How long ago were you embraced again? Like a year? 6 months? I don't know. Not that long. I think it's been like a year and a half max. I've been reading a lot to catch up. The inner journalist / former copywriter in me still refuses to die. Did not answer the question. I'm saying it's somewhere between 6 months and a year and a half. Again, it might as well be an Ekaterina speaking, sending you to die for her pipe dream, but that's the best option I can think of to get away from here with a goal in mind. I'm listening. Head for the anarch-free state of California. Look for a man called Giles. If you're alone, you might have to do a lot to prove yourself. If you're with your friend, you might have to do a little less. Giles. California reminds me of VtMB, Bloodlines. But I think this all happens way, way, way after Bloodlines. I don't remember exactly who Giles was. That might have been the Nosferatu Hollywood person, but it could have been a lot of people. If you succeed, you will be able to fight for the noble cause of establishing New Carthage. It's hopeless, but no matter what tough act Kadir is putting on, still better than waiting for Kaiser to act. Yeah, 100%. Nothing has been solved about Kaiser. He said, we'll talk about it tomorrow. It's like, if I see tomorrow, it's... The fact that you're even here is probably all just part of him playing you. Expecting you to get yourself fucked. Which, apparently, I didn't even get the option to really speak up. Might as well give it a shot and then see what's next. Thank you. So what, you're gonna find Jewel? You're gonna find Dakota and then, elope? Because that would, you don't deserve Dakota, but if you can be better, you could try. Don't thank me, you idiot. I'm sending you to the West Coast to die, just so you're not here to blabber about me to Kaiser, so that I can please my boss. Now scram. The sun is almost up. 100% transparency. But also not. It's like I'm doing you a favor by giving you an escape. I'm also telling you how it benefits me. Real talk though, you might rat me out to Kaiser, but I just don't see that it's that valuable to you. I'm just trying to make it so that it seems like I'm not doing you a big favor here. That's the kindred way. Sure. Thank you nevertheless. Even even if just to piss you off some more. Anything else I should know? I don't exactly know how practicing you are. Not even Father Leonard knows, but in an hour of peril, keep St. Jude, the patron saint of desperate cases, in mind. I'm not sure what that means. I'm not even religious, I mean really, but in my darkest hour, someone told me to keep him in mind, and maybe I wouldn't be here if he didn't. Not, I don't know if that's a lore thing that I'm just not catching here. Yeah, I know St. Jude. In the happier times, Mom used to joke he was the patron saint of her sex life. Super awkward. I don't know enough about St. Jude. And like there's so many saints and they all have their own thing. So, yeah. I don't know where to go with that. I see. Fellow Catholic guilt survivor, huh? That classic Eastern European upbringing. I'm not admitting to anything. Stay safe, Catherine. And thank you. See you again. Someday. Somewhere, Julia. See, you totally proved that, like, you're not directly sending me to my death. You're just like, if that happens, it happens. That's on me. But I'm definitely gonna die here. Like, Kaiser's gonna, and it's like, you could get thrown under the bus by me, but I just don't see that happening. What do I have to gain from it? What does he have to gain? Chances are I won't get the chance to any of that, or even find Dakota and leave, but it's a nice thought. Although probably not. I wave at her for the first and probably the last time and leave the Elysium behind. Elysium. Oh, hey, she's actually there. Hey. Hey. Yeah, that's how you greet. She's sitting on the bed. It's obvious she was crying before, but is trying her best to hold up. Where were you? I was, finishing my big investigation. She sniffs. So how was it? I fucked it up big time. Didn't even put up a fight. Don't tell me you expected anything different. I did, actually. Used to be a shining example of an investigative journalist. Thank you for cutting her, Dakota. She deserves it. Maybe I never felt comfortable being an example. The wince on her face proves that I got her. Fuck you, Julia. I'm not happy with who I am. Jesus, you're really copying me in every damn respect, aren't you? I don't like this whole turn of events. I assume this is kind of the only way it can go, but I just don't get it. And it's like, maybe this 100% is not for me. Like, I'm not supposed to get it because of all sorts of factors. But I just don't get it. Like, I just don't understand it. And I don't understand a lot of social stuff about people and stuff. But I'm like, it just seems so strange to me to be so betrayed and upset about somebody emulating you. Fuck you, I'm being serious. I know, I'm not trying to be an asshole, or rather, I'm trying not to be an asshole. We really are two leeches who got stuck with each other, huh? No, I think you're a leech, and she's a human being that has been exposed to a world far beyond what she knew existed. You sort of got dragged into it, and you let her come into the world with you because she cared about you. Like a two-person human centipede loop or something. And Ouroboros or a Mobius strip. Don't try to make it sound cool. It's way better than the two-person human centipede. That's distressing. But no, you two are not the same. She's not happy with herself because she's suddenly been awakened to a greater potential outcome. She already kind of looked up to you, and that was sort of your thing, and now she knows these things exist, and she can't exactly go back without you brainwashing her and telling her it doesn't exist, and then just disappearing, and she's just like, what have I been doing for the past year or whatever? I got lost in my own metaphors. I take out another smoke and slowly decide what to say. You're extremely good looking, kind, endlessly energetic. You've got a steady job as an artist and even steadier influx of cash. Why would you want to be someone else? Dumb question, but okay. You're extremely good looking, clever, talented as fuck, immoral, and eternally young. It's like all those things you said about my looks. What's going to be a very short time for you will take a lot of that away, no matter how much I work for it. And you're just going to get better and more powerful, while I'm going to fall into decrepitude eventually. Like, in all honesty, if I could go back and play as Dakota, and I think she'd be a great Toreador. She's already an artist. It would make sense. She could be another clan, but Toreador it's just the easy thing. But you still have that horribly deep well of self-loathing within you for some godforsaken reason, and it fucks me up as much as it does you. Probably. Yeah, I get it, but single white female? Honestly, she should just punch you in the face, and you should just let her. Because you could heal it immediately, and she could just be like, I needed to do that, and you needed to let me. And now you can drink from me, and you won't even have lost anything, and it's just like... I'm not for domestic abuse as a sort of way of solving problems. This is a very extreme and very different circumstance. I think Dakota's 100% in the right, and I think Julia's 100% in the wrong. I just don't get Julia's perspective. And it might be weird or whatever, but I just don't think the reaction at all makes any sense. And it's like, I liked Julia so much better if she made Dakota go away for her own safety, as opposed to, you're trying to be me, and that is the greatest betrayal. Under these circumstances especially. It was an impulse. It was the first time I did it, I swear. I didn't know what got into me. That timing was just... I'm not sure I believe that it was the first time. And to me, it really doesn't matter. If it was the first time, that just makes Julia that much worse. But I'm not going to necessarily believe that. Just by default, not looking out for Julia. I just feel like this is not written for me. I just don't get it. And again, haven't seen single white female, so what the f do I know? Maybe I just wanted to see if I can be a better you than you. Don't know. Maybe I need therapy. But I'm tired of looking for the kind of therapy that feels like it works and it's not just brainwashing me. That seems pretty real right there. She might be lying, but I don't want to believe she's lying. I choose to believe she's not lying. What do I have to lose? I think I want to give it one more shot. Julia, You're lucky she came back, I guess. I don't know, man. She raises her head. Do you? Yeah, I think I do. There's one condition, though. She shoots me a cold look. What condition? Because again, that could mean all sorts of shit. I told you I fucked up my investigation, but not how badly. Well, it looks like I'm no longer safe in NYC. Alright, that's solid. That's definitely information she needs. I need to run first thing tomorrow evening. And the only way out I see is a bunch of loons living on the West Coast who are trying to bring about a utopia where humans and vampires could coexist. It's probably more dangerous than staying here, to be honest. Not to mention how dangerous it could be for you, and I haven't even figured out how we're going to get there safely, but yeah. I'm beyond tired of sitting on my ass, collaborating with monsters. This is the first page of the second chapter. This is a lot to take in. Yeah, you do kind of have to just, within 24 hours, pack up and go. And that's assuming we even wake up. I know. But I think I'm in. I know I'm in. Again, must protect. Dakota, you're too good for Julia. You've got a future. You've got rich parents. You don't have to do this. In case you miss it, having rich parents is like a goddamn, I don't know, original sin in my book. I don't want to coast on their money. I want to try doing something that fucking matters. Are you certain? Certain. How about as certain as I am about that deep state exists? Alright, I'm not gonna get into that. That's good enough for me. I'm off to sleep. The sun is probably already up. I'll pack up your clothes. You don't deserve Dakota. In all honesty, if Dakota just staked you in the night because she was paid off, it would suck. And I would be unhappy, but I'd be like, Julie deserves it. What for? Are you planning to unleash Dark Dakota on me again? Not cool. Don't do that. Don't say anything. As I said, trying not to be an asshole. It's a process. That's fucking, what was it? SAO abridged, just like... oh my god. Just Kirito, just be, oh my god, nobody cares. I thought you were gonna be nicer. Baby steps! Just like... immediate asshole. Alright, the day went by and I woke up just like any other night. Lucky you. That was the first surprise. Hell yeah, it was. Dakota followed me through with the plan was the second. Honestly, you could still get betrayed and screwed. Or not. Just bad things could happen. Your car could just get upended, whatnot, but... real talk. If Dakota had sleep, Dakota should... all your stuff should have just been put in the car and you should have just been in the trunk. It's not like you can't get out if you need to. Cover yourself in a tarp and other clothing or whatever, just in case it gets opened, and then get started going through the day because you're way safer. We're leaving the city. I don't know about her, but I'm kind of hoping it will burn the moment we leave. Yeah, I think that's pretty unlikely. And not a good thing. And why? It's a kind of a big deal. Fuck all these out-of-touch psychotic assholes who murdered Callahan and partied on his grave all week. Are you serious? Callahan was terrible. I mean, you never met the guy and you're trying to investigate his murder, and I guess you sort of see him as the victim, but having played the other game, he is the worst. They're also terrible, but Especially if they all basically just got him killed and then just got you to run around in circles, and it's still bad, but they're all still better than Callahan in my opinion. Fuck the opportunists who couldn't even seize the moment and do what had to be done. That kind of sounds like you're attacking yourself or me as a player. Fuck this Temple of Mammon, where truth is impossible to find. Fuck this, fuck the Bronx, fuck Brooklyn, fuck Queens, fuck Staten Island, fuck Manhattan in particular. Okay, I'm done. I'm probably gonna try to stop at motels, drink from truckers and hitchhikers, whatever. Exciting. We'll be like a pair of serial killers prowling America's highways. You know, you gotta do that. Natural born killers, is that the right one? Remember Near Dark, that nomadic vampire movie? I feel like I haven't seen that, or maybe I have. Of course I do. Is that what we're planning to do in the Midwest? Maybe, maybe not. We'll improvise. Just hit me. Won't the motels and such be closed because of the virus, though? Shit, I don't know. I didn't think about that. Maybe I really should have robbed a bank and just paid the circulatory system goons to smuggle us to the West Coast. Real talk, I don't think a lot of those places can close. Hotels and stuff, they would just go out of business. I don't know how it works. I don't know. I wasn't traveling. Whatever, it might be fun. Remember, you'll be the one paying for everything. I don't want to expose myself to anything, and I don't want to expose anyone to anything. Wow, she's holding the quarantine thing really hard. Cool. I've seen enough shit talking online about the exodus and New Yorkers who are probably spreading that thing all around the country right now. It did kind of have a big place in New York, didn't it? Gotcha. We should wash the car, I think. You'll be disinfecting yourself before any time we touch. I mean, she doesn't care. She can't spread the disease in the sense that by a bite, but that doesn't mean that she can't spread it via touch because of its ability to live on her, in the sense that she's just an object, like being dead and whatnot. Okay, that's just being freaky. And maybe you should wear a mask. Nope, it's the land of the free and the home of the brave. Whatever, man, we're just moving on, I guess. Hey, yeah, do you love me? Julia, please. 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 Please just say yes. Please give me the opportunity to say yes. And if not, whatever happens to you, I don't care. Of course I do. For now, at least. Wow. Just wow. I still don't know if I love her. Do they want us to like this character at all? Or if I can even love anyone for that matter. I'm a fucking monster after all. It's like, I don't really feel like that's how it is for the vampires in the world of darkness. I think love can happen. I think you were just a shitty person in life, and becoming a vampire often enhances the bad qualities and good qualities, and you just really didn't have that many good qualities in the first place. And vampires don't always turn good people, often turning bad people because they're better at becoming vampires.